Hi, Sean Hoxton here, and welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Tonight we're going to talk about Eldrador. Recently I did a video on this thing. This is the Eldrador Shadow World Battle Arena, which is this cubic playset. It has rolling wheels here. It has doors that open. In here there's this trap that traps this shadow insect creature. This comes with this set. It also has other features like the this door pops away, for example. Another one pops away. There's this thing in the back which spins around. The crystal sits here, and this is a trap, so this can be sprung over the creature. Also with the Shadow lands, Eldrador Shadow World is the Shadow Wolf, which I've featured in a previous, the Shadow Master Robot, and the Shadow Worm. And we looked at these before, but tonight we're going to expand this universe because we're going to put the shadows away for the moment. And I don't know if you've been following my videos for the last little while, but one of my mascots, that is the little characters that kind of follow me around during these videos, is the Ice Mammoth. So tonight we're going to go into the world of the Ice Mammoth. And we're going to start with this. We're going to put the Ice Mammoth over here. He'll be featured a little bit later. We're going to start with this. We have the Ice World Battle Arena. So this one's called Battle Cave Ice Rat. And this is your Ice Rat. So let's open this up and see what it's all about. So we have here shows the features of what the thing looks like. You can stack these things, by the way. This is an arena. You can also buy walls to kind of surround your arenas and place them in it actually kind of cages off the arenas. Then you can customize it, and of course you can fight when you get multiple arenas. Some of the features on the back we should see. This is what you could do. This is how big the arena can get, and you can see these things stacked vertically. Now they've introduced recently multiple battle arenas as well. So there was only one shadow arena when I did my review, but now there's a second one. There's another lava one. There is another ice one. And this universe just sort of keeps expanding. And I really am, I do love this set. And what we're going to look at tonight is this one right here. The Ice Rat. So let's open it up. Let's see if there's any tape. Yes, looks like there is. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Give us, actually I can't zoom out. I am at my maximum zoom. So I'll pull the camera back instead. And we're going to open up with a little scissors here to open some tape. We really only need to open one flap, I think. And we're going to pull out all the pieces. Let me just pull them all out and then we'll get started. This is all of our pieces out of the box. And let's free our Ice Rat first. So the Ice Rat features the lovely twist tie trap to keep the creature at bay. And what I find is the best thing to deal with this is these nail clippers. I just clip one of the wires, or maybe a couple. Let me see if I can't get underneath. I think it's best plan is to get in underneath. So you can pull this open. I'm doing this off camera, and then you reveal the twist ties of doom down here that I absolutely hate, and it's been the bane of my toy collecting existence for many, many years. So you can pull these off like so, clip it here, usually, and then do the same down here. And now the Ice Rat is free, sort of. You still have to unshackle his wrists a little bit there, his little paws. And once we do that, almost free, Ice Rat. Don't worry, you'll be free in a second. Be patient, just one more second. There you go, Ice Rat, you're free. You're free to move around. It's okay, Ice Rat. You can relax a little bit. It's okay. We're going to build your battle arena. You should settle back here with your friend, the Ice Mammoth. So we're going to take the instructions out, and the instructions are very similar to the Shadow Cave, obviously. It gives you a parts list first. So all of these pieces, many of these pieces are exactly the same. They're modular, and these are the same. And I have to say, the construction of this is absolute genius. Whoever came up with these pieces, they fit together into a cube with one piece just copied. And it's absolutely brilliant. So we're going to go through and follow the instructions. We take 4 of these and we place them. And look, they just fit together so well. You take this and like so and like so. And this tab slot design is symmetrical all around. So you can make a little cube of this. Zooming back out a little bit. You can make a cube of this. And all of these pieces are absolutely identical. It's literally one piece copied 4 times in this case. And it just fits together and forms an absolute perfect cube. Let me get that slot in there. Forms a cube out of one piece, which I think is brilliant. And that's the first step. These very Lego-like instructions, no words. Now we put the top and bottom on, which I kind of figured, but I was waiting for confirmation. And again, now the same piece forms a cube on top and bottom. It is astounding engineering. Sometimes the toy engineers of this world are the best engineers out there. They're brilliant, they're clever, they come up with some amazing, amazing designs. Look at this. This solid cube made of 6 of the same piece. Now don't worry about the fitting together, that happens in a moment. There is a locking system that comes in here now. And that's the next step. Step 3 is find the corner locks and place them all in place. And they're going to be in this bag, which I did not open yet. And there are 8 of these. So let's place these in the corners. You see these 3 little nubs go into the 3 little holes and the corner and forms a corner lock. And you just got to put 8 of these in place. And that locks the corners of your cube together for stability and strength. And also stackability, because these allow the cubes to stack on top of one another. So let's get all those in. That's 4. 4 more. These fit with just a snug press. There's no click or anything. It's just really well engineered. I am so impressed by the Schleich company. Schleich is a German company, I believe, and I have loved their toys for a very long time. I haven't really bought a lot of them, but whenever I see them in stores or online, I'm always very impressed. So that was step 3. We're going to find now step 4. Step 4 is we got to place the bottom piece, and we will find the correct bottom piece. You got to be careful because we have to make sure we have the right piece. There are several pieces that have ice in them, and we want to make sure we get the right one. So we're looking for this one, which is not this one, I don't think, but no, it's definitely not that one. It is going to be one of these, I think. Is it this one? I don't think it's that one either. No. So let's find which one it is. Or are they all the same? I think they are. Oh, no, wait. This one's different. I think that might be the one we're looking for. Yep, I think that's the one we're looking for. Okay, let's put that in the bottom. And these just snap into place as well. After some wrangling and struggling, I finally got it in place. Okay, let's move on to the next step, and that's number 5, in which I wish this book was not just loose leaves, because it makes it very difficult to hold together while you're trying to construct on camera. So that's that step done. You place that in there and you snap it down, and that's done. And now it says rotate it 90 degrees and place this guy here. So now this one has got a little hinge. So we want one with a hinge and a door, and that would be this one here. This one has these little hinge pins. So let's get the orientation right. They want the little ice lake here to be aimed that way, so that's fine. And then this one goes right here. And this has hinge pins, but all of these little walls as well have hinge holes. And now, that's a door. Moving on to the next step. So that's step 5. Again, this sort of falls apart, and I'm really annoyed. I wish this was stapled together. Now we do part 6, which is we place the rotating wall into the frame. This is very similar to the same piece on the Shadow World that I've already constructed a while ago. And that is a rotating wall. So you've got this panel here, and then this door. And the door fits in here like so, and just snaps into place. So that this can rotate as a full 360-degree rotating door. And that they want us placing, the orientation is flip this around so that that's facing this way, and then this goes here. And again, this is, by the way, modular. So this construction guide is really just a suggestion. You can place these panels any way you like, but I'm going to follow the instructions as closely as I can. That was number 6. Now number 8 is place another panel in here. So this is the door, as we see here. And I'm going to place another panel here. So let's grab another panel. And is that one with a door? No, that's this one. So we place that here. And that one's done. And that's got the little tab here. Oh, they want that tab down at the bottom. So I'm going to flip this around. I don't know if that's necessary, because like I said, it's really modular. You can do what you want. But they show the instructions with a hole here and a hole here. So I want the hole here and a hole here to match. Now on there, step 9, we take the snow piece, which is here, ice, and then one of the smaller pieces from the bag, which is a clip, I think. Let's get that out. And that's this one. And we're supposed to place this like so against or into the ice like so. Now, I'm not quite sure how. So let's, it shows in the middle, but it actually says over here. And so there's a little slot right here, and this fits down into the slot there. And I think it clicks into place. It must click into place, right? Let's find out. So it says, it seems to say it doesn't have to go all the way down. But I think it must. Maybe it doesn't. Because it's not fitting in place permanently. It's just kind of holding in place. And I'm going to investigate this for a moment. That looks more like it. That piece is not coming out now. So I had to push it down a little harder than I expected, but it's fine. These little gaps show that this was meant to bend and snap into place. So that's step 9. Let's move on to step 10. Step 10 is place the ice into another piece that we have. Which piece would that be now? It's going to be, it's not this piece. And it's got to be this piece because there's not that many left. So we take this piece, find the 2 tabs here, and align them here, and then check that the rest of it is okay. Yep, we got a tab situation going on here, and then there's the, the handle here. And so now we place the ice into the hinge here and here, and that forms a spring mechanism. This would be the spring that causes this to flip up when it's opened, I guess. This is probably a fling trap where it's flings a creature across the battle arena. And then step 11, there's another clip here. So we take this clip and place it here like so. So it's curved side up like that. Slot it into place here. Now that's just there by friction. It's not held down by anything yet. I imagine step 12 is going to be place the cap over it that holds it down. And sure enough, this is the piece that has to go in, and it'll hold this down while also holding this in place. So we put this like so, slot it in, and I imagine it's just get the tabs in place. I have found that some of these are a little bit more difficult to put together because it assumes this, like this clip right here, it doesn't give you an indication of how to get that in without like pushing or pulling or something, and it won't go down into it unless that goes past the ice piece. Like that's got to clip down, and I'm not sure how. It's just not, I mean, once again, I'm going to pause and investigate. Yeah, you had to push the ice piece all the way down for that to click in place. And now pushing this together, and then you get your little trigger here, and the ice goes down like so. And I imagine the trigger is like so. When you pull this back, note there, we pull this back, the ice goes down in here and it snaps into place. And then when you trigger this, boing, yeah, exactly. So that's done now. Now we move on to step 13, which is placing it, and that can go right here. Moving my other pieces out of the way briefly. So that's another hinge piece, and it snaps in like so. And this would be very similar to the claw trap of the shadow arena. There we go. And that's in place now. And that forms another door. So you can click the ice thing in place, pull down the door, and then trigger the ice trap, which is very cool. Moving on to step 14. Now we put together our chain. So let's close this up for a moment, push it aside, and pull out our two weights. These weights will be attached. These are rubber. These are very rubbery, kind of sticky rubber. Look, very rubbery. So, and they also have a little bit of weight to them, and I think that's the point. So we hold that in place, and then we take some of our chain here, and we have to do, is it 4 links each? Yes, so we have 8 links. We do 4 links each, and we're placing the chain together. So we place the chain in like so, and then it tells us how to place 3 more links to form a flexible chain. So that's 2. 2 more to go. It's a little awkward because the chain is kind of a slippery plastic, but the chain links are easily put together like so. Now that's 1. And we take our other one and attach 4 pieces of chain here. And then we're almost done that. And that's 2 of these with chain. And we move on now to step, 14 is this, but then also this. So you take this swinging arm, and we attach our chains to the end of each of these. And that is another pretty simple task, because this just snaps into place like so. And then you do the same on the other side. And what do you think this might be used for? This seems like a swinging weight weapon of some kind. And I'm here for it. So yes, like woohoo! And this is going to spin around, obviously. So now we take step 15. Again, I wish the paper would not be so slidey. So we have this little piece and this little piece. And apparently we click this into the hole, and this becomes the crank handle. Like so. And then we move on to the next stage, which is 16. So we take the final wall piece. We take the circular battering ram, sort of. It clicks into place with this little tab here, I think, so you can push this down until it snaps, and then it's not going anywhere. You can open this up by pulling this tab back and releasing it later if you want. And then apparently you push this down until it snaps, and now that gear meshes with this gear and spins this whole thing around. So what happens is this. And this is a big weight to repel people trying to get into your battle arena. And number 17 is we place this on top, snap it into place. And I believe our battle arena is done, except for one little thing, placing the crystal in the rotating door. This is also very similar to the shadow arena, which had a purple crystal which fits in here as well. Also, these crystals, by the way, let me just grab the other one. These crystals are not the same. You will note that this one has 3 actually kind of gaps in it, and this one does not at all. So this is a typical, it's like there's a hex puzzle where you can get all these pieces kind of slide together, and this is like the hinge pin, I think. Once you get more of these, they form a little kind of a matrix of crystals that slide together into one and then locked in place. It's almost like a puzzle. But for now, this crystal can go in place here. You know, I hope it does what I think it's going to do, and that is just sort of sit in place like that. It is not there very strongly, but it is there. Now, is there any other steps, or is that it? I think that's 18, and that is there. And then we have our arena, and we can actually start playing. What's on the next page? Let me just check. Nothing but text. So here we have our battle arena and our rat who lives here. So the idea is this forms a repelling mechanism. And then you've got the let's move this out of the way. The door that opens and swings open. You've got another door that opens here to allow access. And then you've got the coolest one. The other one, I think, this is not a door, this is just a wall. However, this is the cool one, which is the ice trap, which allows the rat to, let me see, I wonder if does it launch the rat, do you think? It does a little, that's kind of cool. So, with this closed up and ready to go, and our rat atop, and we take our other one, and we place them together. Let's open up our traps. We've got a little mishap there. So these pieces, the trap pieces, as you saw when we placed this on, is simply friction fitted together, so it's bound to pop off occasionally, but you just pop it right back on. So this trap captures with claws, and this one captures with a spring mechanism. This has rollers on the top, and this has a repelling system here. So let's put our Shadow Beast on top. And there we have the first two Schleich Eldrador battle arenas, and I'm quite happy with it. Now, if you stay tuned for another video shortly, I'm really going to be expanding on this, much the same way I did expand on this one. I love this mechanism right here. Look at this. Much the same as I expanded on this one by bringing in extra creatures. And our little mascot that's been hanging around here for weeks now will finally have his day in the sun, or in the ice. And there will be many more, like the shadow creatures, there'll be more ice creatures coming, and you'll see that very soon. So for Sean Huckster, this has been Magical Little Worlds. I'm glad you stuck around. I really have to say I love this set, guys. Schleich has been doing some wonderful things, and I'm here for it. So we'll see you soon. Bye.